So a month ago, I moved to YouTube for streaming over Twitch. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, and welcome into Artemis's Stream Tip Saturday, or Stream Saturdays, or Content Creation Saturdays. I don't know what I've called it. Even though I've been doing this for I've done 2 or 3 videos on this now. But today we're going to be talking about, like I said at the start, and probably, the thumbnail and all that stuff. So what we're going to be talking about is obviously me moving to YouTube. And now, since it's been a month, I have not streamed a lot, this past couple of weeks. But that is down to work and all that stuff. So I will give you guys my first initial impressions of actually streaming a bit more frequently on YouTube compared to Twitch. I'm going to start off though with why I moved to YouTube, sorry. The main reason is because I do want to step back a little bit from streaming, and I don't want to, sit here and pretend that Twitch is great for having all my content in one place. So what I've decided is that YouTube is going to be the better fit for me because of the fact that I can do long form content, streams, shorts, everything in between. So basically what we're going to be doing here, especially on the stream side of things, is it's just more of a community thing over on the streams. We're going to keep doing the podcast, even though I've not done a podcast in a couple of weeks as of recording this. We're going to keep doing the podcast. We're going to do gaming community nights. We're going to do all that stuff. So again, if I'm live, even right now, go and click on it below and we might play some games together, think about it. But yeah, if you want to stay updated on that type of stuff, I guess we can segue into our sponsor for today.
Yes, and today's sponsor is Artemis Eternal, aka me, aka Editor Artemis, as you can tell. Anyway, did you know 90% of you guys aren't subscribed as you're watching this video right now? So you should go down below and, leave a like obviously if you're enjoying the content of the video, which I hope is informative enough for you guys to make a choice on moving between Twitch or YouTube just now. Again, there's more after this segue, but anyway, yeah, you should totally subscribe to me down below. Also leave your comments down below on whether you prefer Twitch or YouTube for general content creation and streaming. And yeah, let's get back to the video.
Now, we will get into that content creation thing and my thoughts on that in a little bit, because this kind of ropes into why I left Twitch as well. But firstly, we will start with the obvious. We all know that I don't have the greatest internet, and I'm not in the greatest place for good internet. So that's one reason, because Twitch was suppressing my streams so much. I couldn't get the full effect of my Wi-Fi anyway if I wanted to. And YouTube, I seem to be getting a consistent good 10,000 kbs on streams all the time. 99% of the time I'm on 10,000 kbs consistent. And on Twitch, I was at 4,500 and it was still fluctuating a lot. Whereas the YouTube streams seem to only fluctuate by 100 kilobits a second. So that's one reason. The other reason is I do want to focus on this a bit more, doing the videos with you guys here, and turning the streams more into videos. So there's a chance that I could be doing a video when I'm doing a stream, and that's kind of going to be an early access thing as well. And we'll see how to do that later on. That's what I figured would be the best way for me to do anything, especially considering I was monetized over on Twitch and I'm not monetized over here just now. So again, I do have a challenge for you guys, but I will segue into that later on in the video, or maybe at the end of the video, I don't know. But there is a challenge for you guys for me to get monetization, and you guys are going to like the idea, trust me. But the other reason, aside from bitrate and just monetization wise, is I prefer to have my content all in one place. It's all manageable and all that stuff. Like, obviously, I'll still do TikToks. I'll still do Instagram. I may do the occasional Twitch stream if I feel like it. But we will see how it goes for the next couple of months, because I will do one of these videos every 1 or 2 months of streaming on YouTube and tell you guys what I'm finding easy, what I'm finding difficult, and all that stuff. Which actually brings us into our next point. The pros and cons of YouTube and the pros and cons of Twitch for me so far. So, pros for YouTube is the fact that I can schedule my, streams and all that stuff and have them as premieres and whatever, and I can actually make premieres for my videos as well. And also the fact that it has you can make a thumbnail for your streams, and not just your VODs. By the way, Twitch, maybe look into that. And like in OBS as well, this is another thing. I think YouTube integrates better for me because I can go into like whatever broadcast is supposed to be that day, and I can actually select it like hours before and start the stream automatically in OBS. So like I'm hoping that I can, start to do stuff like just very scheduled streaming, very down to the minute type of streams, because we know that I am YouTube's #1 professional, and I am totally great at keeping a schedule in my mind. The last couple of weeks do not count because I was working every day. But yeah, so what else I'm going to say is a pro of YouTube is, again, like I said, for me, is the fact that you can have all your stuff in the one place. Like your short content, your long form content, your streams, like community tabs and all that stuff. And what I think is a good thing about that is that it keeps me a bit more organized for myself, and I don't have to worry about remembering this, where I'm streaming this day, where I'm streaming that day, and all that stuff. It's not like I'm doing multi-streams and all that shit yet. I think YouTube, in terms of my bitrate and all that stuff, is way more preferred. Now, to the cons of YouTube and pros of Twitch, technically, because they go in the same kind of thing. The community interaction is so much better on Twitch. I will say that. Now, Twitch has good things like the channel point system and all that stuff. With Twitch's channel point system, obviously you can have extra things that integrate with OBS that mess up things or change your voice or something like that. And it also has extensions, which are a good thing too. Now, I think YouTube would benefit from this, but I doubt that they're going to go down this hole of like having extensions and all that stuff. They might at one day, but it is Google, so like they are owned by Google at the end of the day, and Google is very well known for shutting down projects. That would be good if they put more time into them. But again, like I've said before, I like Twitch for certain things, I like YouTube for certain things, but Twitch has the better moderation tools for streamers. Now, I will say there are a few more pros to Twitch than there is YouTube if you're looking at specifically a streaming standpoint. If you're looking from a specifically streaming standpoint, choose either or. It's really personal preference at this point. But Twitch is just that slight bit better if you're worried about moderation. If you're not so worried about moderation like me, then you can do one or the other. I prefer YouTube. YouTube feels a bit more seamless for me. Like I can just go, oh, I want to title it this, I want to put the thumbnail up, I want to do all that. I can like make a stream like broadcast in like an hour. And that's the point I'm trying to get. But yeah. So the cons of Twitch, I guess, seeing as I've not done the cons, is the fact that it suppresses bitrate, like I said. It has nowhere for like actual videos. It doesn't have like clip separation or anything like that, which actually YouTube just did the last week. I think it was last week. But yeah, I did like the move from Twitch to YouTube, and I have liked it so far. Again, it's got its little quirks and its little problems, but you know, it's got teething problems, and YouTube is still trying to play catch up with Twitch, so it's like you have to give them a little bit of leeway. But again, at the end of the day, it's up to you. It's not up to me. And yeah. So yeah, like I just want to say that anyone here who is watching this right now and is considering it, pick your poison. Do you want to make content out of your streams, or do you want to just stream? Now, I will get into that in a minute, but what I mean by that technically is, do you want to be a streamer or a content creator? Now, they both are creating content, but I think the difference is someone who purely only streams and does nothing else is not going to grow as quickly as someone who does everything, you know? Like, again, I'm not a prime example of that, but there are others that I will recommend down in the comments below that do that very, very well. But maybe they focus a bit too much on streaming and don't focus on YouTube enough, or focus too much on YouTube and not streaming enough, or TikTok, or, you know, like there's a million and one ways to grow, especially now, especially with all the social media that's out. But like I've said before, I will create content with almost anyone as long as, you know, I'm cool with them and all that stuff. But like, I want to make sure that everyone is still safe no matter where they're streaming or creating content from. Now, I will talk about what Sam Woodhull said on Twitter the other day, or I think it was yesterday. Now, this is where people may take his word a bit too seriously, or a bit too, you know, much of a blanket statement. And I will say what he said is right, and I will give you guys the consensus, well, the cliff notes of what he said. Right? So basically, what was said, what Sam said was, there is a difference between content creating and just streaming. Now, again, as you heard me say before, streamers stream, and content creators create long form content like this, shorts, all that stuff, like more than one piece of content, if you know what I mean. Now, some people get very mad when you say that streamers aren't content creators, and I will explain that, because I can see it from both sides. I've done both. I've been on both sides of this fucking fence. There is a difference. But what I will say is, if you're doing this to be a content creator, especially if you started with streaming, create your streams with the sole intention of making content. Find that balance between streaming and content creation, and basically make your streams into your content. Now, again, I will give good recommendations, like people like KevDoit, or I think there's a few others, but KevDoit's the only one that's coming to mind right now. If there's any others, I will, you know, leave down in the comments or description below, and go check them out. But again, there's very few that I have seen do this well. Again, like, I know when I started streaming, I was doing it for the sole purpose of streaming. And let's just say it wasn't a great idea. But again, creator is actually also another one. Cray is also a very good one. Sorry, I just remembered. He's a very good person for making his Twitch, Twitch streams into YouTube videos, and yeah, like, it's just simple edits, but like it makes it so much better. But yeah, so like, again, go check out all those types of people. I do hope you guys did enjoy this and did find this a bit more enjoyable than my usual content. A nice little switch up, if you will. But the last thing I do want to say, before we do wrap this up, and that is, don't care what I say, don't care what anyone else says. It's the only opinion for content creation that matters is your own. So make sure that you value your own opinion first over everyone else's. Doesn't matter if they're bigger, smaller, or anything in between. Like, just don't care about what anyone else thinks of your content. As long as you're enjoying making your content, they will more than likely enjoy your content more if you're enjoying it also. Whereas people who get really pissed off and pissed off all the time at their own content because they're not doing well enough, because I know that's my mistake as well, because like some videos I really don't enjoy making and I just force them, but like this is one I've been wanting to make for about a year, and I'm so fucking glad to move to YouTube. Not even because I dislike Twitch or anything, just because I think it's a better move for me. So yeah. And speaking of streams and content creation today, like I said earlier, I will be going down to Comic-Con in May on the 26th, 28th, something like that. Correct me in the comments below, you know the deal. 28th of May or something, in 2023. So I will see some of you guys there possibly. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. But before that, let's go into our secondary sponsor of today, which is also me. But let's talk about that little challenge that I have for you guys today. So today, starting today as I post this video, so Saturday the something. So from now until either Thankmas or Comic-Con, if we hit it by Thankmas, I will do this as well. So we either have to hit it by Thankmas or Comic-Con, okay? So if you guys get me to 1k subs on YouTube, I will get a tattoo either live on stream, or if I can't live stream it, I will, record it as a vlog type of video. But either I will get it at Thankmas, or I will try and see if I can find someone who I can do, find a tattoo artist that I can get to go there and stream from, the camera and all that stuff. And we'll make a fun thing out of it, But I will get a tattoo. You guys get to draw and come up with ideas for the tattoo. It has to be one of your guys' ideas, the tattoo. Again, if you want to draw it, send it to me on Discord, Twitter, all that stuff. Or even just let me know that you've made it, and I will sort you guys out with messaging me and all that stuff with the images and stuff like that. So if you guys want to make any sort of art for my tattoo for this challenge, you're more than welcome to. You will get credit, don't worry. But yeah. So that's the challenge for you guys. I have to pick one of your guys' submissions. Unless there's none, then I can pick my own. But with a lot of you chaotic individuals here, I know it's going to happen. So like, I have to pick one of your guys' ideas for a tattoo. So, but the only catch is I get to pick where it goes. So it can go on my shoulder, it might go on my arm, it might go on my chest, I don't know. But yeah, we will see, and yeah. I think that's it for today's video. Hope you guys found this video interesting. If you did, leave it a like, leave it a comment. Tell me your favorite parts of YouTube, tell me your favorite parts of Twitch, tell me your least favorite parts of YouTube and least favorite parts of Twitch down in the comments below. Remember to subscribe, especially if you want to see me get a tattoo that one of you guys make or suggest. And yeah, as always, happy streaming, happy content creating, and See you guys in a bit. Peace.